This training video provides a demonstration of creating and sending a service request for a local move to dispatching. It then details the dispatcher functions and duties carried out within the MoversSuite dispatching modules. Starting out on the Contents page, let us go into the Order Information module, where we can manage all local service requests for an order. Open the Local Services tab. From this tab, we can manage all local service requests for this order. So, we have received a request for a packing service. Let us create a new service by pressing Add Service. Enter the branch that is responsible for the packing work, and press OK. The service selected here drives other settings for the service, including the required hours calculation. Enter the date or dates the shipper wants the service performed. Once we have all the data set for the service, we can press Save. When ready to notify dispatch that the service is available, select one or more service and press the Send to Dispatch button. When Send is pressed, the services show in local dispatch within the Requested Services queue. Changing our role to that of a dispatcher, we can continue the workflow of the services sent from order information by accessing the Local Dispatch module. The first indication that services need our attention is the flashing Requested Services button. Clicking this button, we see all pending requests. We can readily access any notes that were attached to the service. If we need more information on the order, we can view the order notes and view key information on the order through Order Details. Options available to us from the requested services include the ability to edit the service. We can decline a service or provide some feedback to those managing the order. And we can clear services as well. This moves the services from this screen to the Dispatch Center. By default, the Dispatch Center displays services for the current date. We can change the service date spread to any range we need. This full-function data grid also allows for customization that includes grouping, sorting, filtering, moving columns, and more. We have the ability from here to highlight the service or services and assign a service time to them. The jobs are based on the service type assigned, but can be updated as needed. We can also jump to the next service in the grid without having to reopen this dialog. We will save the times, which updates the services. Then we can assign crew and equipment to the service. Highlight the services, then select the crew from the available list and press Assign Crew. We can make any adjustments necessary, such as modifying the role, lead, and service times. Pressing Save stores the assignments and updates the grid. We reserve equipment the same way we assign crew. Highlight services, select the appropriate resources, and press Assign. From the crew and equipment lists, we can access the Auto Assign option and have the ability to view and log safety data. Once assignments are made and packing counts are up to date, we can view the job costing on the order. This provides us an idea of the profitability of the order, based in part on some of the assignments we have made. If everything looks good, we can generate a work ticket. A work ticket provides all the information needed for the crew to complete the job successfully. Data included on the report include times, dates, addresses, as well as the CPU data and any extra stops. The generated ticket number displays prominently for the selected service. Once the job is complete and the crew has returned the work ticket, we can enter the specifics of what actually occurred on the request. We do this through the Enter Actuals function. From this screen, we can enter actual times needed by our crew. Use the same process to update the actual time needed for the equipment. And we can update the carton counts based on what was actually used so that billing is accurate for the order. Our billing people can review all the information documented here and invoice accordingly. We can open the job costing screen again and review how profitable our move was. Switching to the role of a long-distance dispatcher, we can add some hauling assistance to the order. We do this through the Long Distance Dispatch module. Here we use the find to create a list of orders that populate this grid. If desired, we can narrow the search down to a specific order or specific area or date range. Orders displaying in the Orders tab are available for assignment to a driver. To assign them, simply open the Current Driver Activity tab, locate and select the driver we want. Options available to us here include the ability to add a new trip, add the order to an existing trip, or delete an order, which removes it from a trip. This tab displays all open trips assigned to a driver. Like many MoversSuite grids, we can modify this grid to suit our needs. For example, we can group by trip number, and we can expand the trip listing to view the orders assigned to the trip. Now let's create a new trip for our order. Press Add Trip. A dialog appears displaying what the new trip number will be. We can select our orders from the list. Again, the list of orders here is the same as what displays on the Orders tab. If we need to update this list, we would need to go back to the Orders tab and rebuild the list using the find. Verify the move information. Press Save to add the trip to this driver. Additional options here allow us to request advances for the driver and mark the trip or trips as complete. Options available through a right-click menu include the ability to view and manage the shipment status, and to add information regarding a non-MoversSuite order. We also have the options that allow us to change the driver and/or change the trip. We would use this option if we needed to move the order to a new or different trip number, and/or if we needed to move the order or orders to a different driver. Other options include the ability to add some comments, possibly to notify other dispatchers of the particulars related to an order or trip. We can mark the trip complete, and we can remove an order from a trip. And view the order through the Order Information module. This option and the ability to add a foreign order to MoversSuite are also available at the top of the screen. We have immediate access to order data, including the weight, line haul amount, and balance, which is the total amount available that the driver can request for trip expenses. Well, we have covered a lot in this overview of local services, local dispatch, and long-distance dispatch. We hope that you enjoyed it and learned a thing or two about MoversSuite. Thank you.